I made a video talking about Hero and why he's poorly designed, but I didn't really talk about if he should be banned or not. In fact, I made it painfully clear in the video that this video had nothing to do with his legality. But obviously people just automatically disliked the video before even hearing what I had to say, which I thought was kind of inevitable. But since Australia decided to ban Hero and everyone's been talking about banning Hero all over Twitter, I thought I might as well chime in and give my opinion on the matter. Let's get into the video. Should Hero be banned? There are two camps of people, one that want Hero banned and one that want him to stay legal. Let's go over the general arguments I see on both sides before I give you my educated opinion. Let's start with why people want him to stay legal. I'll chime in and give my 2 cents on every point. If we're banning Hero because of RNG, why don't we ban Peach, Luigi, etc. because of their RNG? This argument is pretty bad because if you looked at my previous video, you would understand that Hero's RNG is way more than the other characters and it's not even close. If someone like Game & Watch had critical hits on smash attacks and a random menu for special moves, then we could compare it. This isn't even taking into account that Hero can cancel his menu and Mr. Game & Watch can't cancel his side B once he's committed to it. So even then, it's not really that comparable. So yeah, I don't like this argument. Bayonetta and Meta Knight didn't get banned, so why should Hero when he isn't as good? Okay, so the logic behind this point is that because we failed to ban one thing that was ban-worthy, we should now not ban another thing that's ban-worthy. Jokes aside, this is also a really bad argument because nobody has ever complained about Hero being too good. Maybe 1 or 2 Twitter trolls, but it's no one notable. The argument people are making is whether his RNG is too much, and whether that rewards the skill set we've determined to be valuable. On a side note, I'm really interested in if you guys think Bayonetta should be banned in hindsight. The poll's in the cards. You can play around his RNG / lol just shield. This is true and it isn't at the same time. There are countermeasures to his RNG, but there still is a lot of mix-up and things you just can't account for. For example, Magic Burst at the ledge is literally unstoppable, but at the same time you can shield snooze if you see it coming. Those are probably the 2 most extreme examples, but I think it gets the point across. There are countermeasures to what he can do, but at the same time, under the right circumstances, with the right spells, there aren't really any countermeasures. But at the same time, I don't think you should have to counterplay dying at 10. That's just really stupid. Other people can enhance the power of their attacks too, like Smash Mode Shulk. This is an equivalent because Shulk's stat changes and any other character who has stat changing moves isn't RNG. You purposefully perform the action and it works the same every time. Hero's smash attacks will sometimes kill you and sometimes they won't. Hero's very accurate to his game, that's just how he was designed in his game. This doesn't matter, just because they're accurate to their game doesn't mean it translates well into Smash. In Sonic games, if Sonic holds spin dash long enough, he can do a lightspeed dash attack and kill everyone in range. Mario dies in 1 hit from a Goomba. Sakurai didn't add these game quirks because he knew it wouldn't translate well into Smash. If anything, this just promotes my idea that he was poorly designed for competitive Smash. The main arguments for keeping him legal, in my opinion, are pretty bad. So by contrast, obviously I think that the arguments for wanting him banned are a lot more solid. The main one that I think everyone can agree on to some extent is the language barrier. On a national scale, when playing Super Smash Bros., the language you speak should not be a liability. And branching from that same point is something I kind of hinted at before, but nobody goes into Smash testing their reading skills. Yes, you can memorize the spells in all the languages, but is this something you should really have to do to play Super Smash Bros? Is this the skill we really want to test? How well you can memorize Japanese symbols? What about people like me who are dyslexic? We're at a cognitive disadvantage and that's something we can't control or really accommodate for. Like even if we're speaking the same language, I'm going to read slower than you. I could memorize the first 2 or 3 letters of each of the spells, but even then I wouldn't be as quick as my literate opponent if he practiced doing the same thing. Now this is the main point that encompasses basically every pro-Hero ban argument. He has too much RNG. Now this is the main discussion that we should actually be having. Not, oh, all RNG is bad, so let's ban all RNG, or he's not good enough, or there's counterplay to that. Those aren't really discussions we should be having. It should be, is the degree of Hero's RNG bad for competitive play? And for that, I'd have to say that I agree and I disagree at the same time. Let me explain. To honestly not understand why Hero's RNG is problematic is ridiculous. You can say his RNG isn't enough to ban and I'll understand, but to honestly look at Hero's design and think that it's not problematic is an absurd statement, don't kid yourself. Think about it like this, if I were to play the best rock, paper, scissors player in the world, I would lose most of the time, I can guarantee you that, but I'm winning one game at some point. Like, it's reasonable to expect me to win one game at some point, maybe even like 2 or 3 games at some point. But now if I were to play basketball against the best basketball player in the world, let's just say Kawhi Leonard for simplicity, theoretically, yes, I could win one-on-one, right? If I start with the ball and miraculously chuck up a ton of circus shots, I could theoretically win. But it's so improbable that it's unreasonable to expect that to ever happen. But again, against the rock, paper, scissors player, if you give me 100, 200 games, I'm sure I could win one game. Same goes for Smash, really. If I press random buttons in a random order, technically I could beat Game 4 MK Leo, even if it's absurdly improbable. Now, back to the Hero discussion. Do I think Hero's RNG is enough to be banned? This may surprise you, but no, I don't. I still believe he's extremely poorly designed, but the probability of you actually beating a player significantly better than you 2 out of 3 times is extremely low. This isn't even to mention that at top level, basically all the top tiers completely destroy Hero. So the chance of him winning that set goes down even further. I think that you could probably snag a win here and there, but a whole set, very unlikely. Not likely enough for me to think he's ban worthy anyways. So yeah, even though I think most people against the ban are making really stupid arguments, and the people for the ban are making much better points, I still am for keeping him legal. Is he a problem? Is he poorly designed? Fuck yeah. Should he be banned? No. Oh shit, if you enjoyed the video, subscribe. I'm trying to hit 20k subs by the end of 2019. If I do, I'll say hose mad 20,000 times on stream. And if anyone wants to donate or something, I'll send all the money to, I don't know, that Amazon Fire, or if that's not going on anymore, the charity or something. Alright, thanks for watching.